Hi guys, it's me Karen from Karen's Intuitive Jewelry. I am finally getting to play with making a wire wrap pendant for myself. I'm going to be creating with this awesome, pretty large Green Tourmaline Druzy. And this is known as a stone of transformation. And I'll be talking all about this stone along with some others in an upcoming video on forgiveness. This is about 1.5 inches wide at its widest and 2 inches in length. Varying widths, as you can see. So that'll be a little tricky, but we're gonna see how it goes. I'm not gonna be talking a whole lot, I don't think, as it seems to be nice just to create with little discussion. But I'll tell you what I'm using and then get started. I'm using 11 inches, 3 pieces of 21 gauge square copper wire from Parawire. And then as connection for it, I'm using 21 gauge half round copper. And then only tools you really need are flush cutters, maybe some nylon jaws, and a decent chain nose, or this is a tweezer nose from Xuron, which they're my favorites so far. And when you get ready to do the bail, you can use a pan or a chopstick or a bail making plier or your fingers. So here we go. Because of the variations in the height on the sides, I was going for the wrapped part to come up fairly high on both sides. So that's why it's an unusually long section. Usually you don't need to make it that long, but I want it like there's a big lump here. And I'm going to do something a little bit different, I think. You'll see. But so that's why I'm going for a bigger connection. This is quite long. Usually they're about that, about a 1/2 inch to take care of a point on a teardrop, but this one's so big. So again, cut it off on the same side each time, and make sure it's in the center, and then I'll smush it down. Tricky, but don't give up. You see what I'm trying to do is attach these two here. And it can be a little finagly, especially me trying to do it on camera. So forgive me if I'm all over the place. Of course, I don't want to warp everything, the wires. So you just have to be patient. And I'm gonna have to pull this up close to my face and use my magnifying glasses. So I apologize that I have to do this off camera, but you see what I'm going for. Okay, so I accomplished that. I was thinking that I was gonna attach these over here, but I think I'm gonna go ahead and make the bail and then just take these and wrap it around up here for support, and then lock the stone in the back. So we'll do something like this, because I may do I don't want it like that. I do want it. Yeah, I think so. So we'll pull that out, and we're gonna do the bail. Adjust everything again, because I had it down on the foot of my recliner. You guys know I'm doing it from my recliner, right? And I'm gonna do the half round again to do the bail, but I'm gonna have to bring it up to my face. So we'll start as we always do. I think I'll go this way. Let's get these out of the way for now. Okay, I gotta bring this up because I can't see it from this far away. And we got it started, did about 4 rotations around the base of those 2 wires, found the front 2 on either side, pulled them out of the way, and these back 2 will be the bail. So I'm going to continue this wrap to create the bail. And I'll do that off camera so I can see. But you turn your piece, not the wire. And once you get kind of knowing what you're doing, this is kind of how it goes. So it's pretty easy. It just takes some finagling and practice until you know, understand it and don't twist your wire and all that. And because this is a big piece, I made the bail a little bit longer. Usually that's about 1 inch. This is probably 1.25 inches. And because I'm going to bend this forward and make the bail this way, around this way, I'm going to cut the end off on the back. Sure that's pushed down a little bit, scrunch it. Give it a final scrunch with the needle nose. Right. We're gonna bend that forward a little bit. And then I just take my finger, I'm going to bring it through the frame. It'll be something like that. I can move those out of the way. These will come around here. And tuck through here. So we'll cut just a little bit, leave a little bit tail Always try not to cut more than I'll need. It's easier to cut more off if I have to than not have enough to tuck it in back here. These might be a little long. Oops. And they are. But again, I'd rather them be too long and me have to cut more off than me cut too much off and not be able to tuck them. You know what I'm saying? Okay, let's see how much we got here. That's a little long. Cut a millimeter or so off. Put your finger over that end so it doesn't go flying and end up in your carpet. I used to be a totally barefoot person, but since I've been jewelry making, no way, because I've stepped on little wires and ooh, that hurts. Okay, I need to bring this up to my face. Now, we'll put the stone back in. We will secure this on the back. Something like that. Kind of, you know, make it where you're trying to get it similar. You guys know I'm not a perfectionist kind of person, but I do like symmetry. That looks good enough for me. So it's not coming out the back now. And now I can figure out what I want to do with this. So I want to go like this. Lock it in this way. Or we could cross it this way. Have a look at that again before I decide. So either straight up this way. I think so, because then that connection there will lay flat. All right, so that's what we're gonna do. Probably could have gotten away with using 4 wires, but I opted not to because it was so thin in areas and I didn't want it too bulky, but we'll see. I can always redo it. So again, just like we do up here with the bail or whatever, we want it to have enough back here to wrap it and tuck, so we'll cut some of that off. Same thing with this one. It's probably too long, but again, I'd rather have too much than not enough. And keep in mind that I have these couple of decorative wires that I can cover things up, and I'm actually considering putting maybe some watermelon tourmaline beads in this area. I think will be really pretty. So let's go ahead and figure this out. I got to bring this up to my face. So pretty sure that's too long. But let me do this off screen. And you can see I actually wrapped these twice around it. So that really made it good and secure, because the stone was a little bit loose. I was getting a little worried about I might have to redo it. But it's really in there. And I think I'm going to twist both of these wires. And then I'm going to get those micro tourmaline beads and see if I can, I don't know, I may even add some down in here. I'm not sure. I'm excited about it. This is my piece, by the way. I think I mentioned that. So with the square wire, I'm sure I've shown you guys before, it's so easy to create a twisted wire with square wire because it has 4 sides. And you can make them different. You can make this a tight twist, you can make that a lesser twist, but I want to get a similar twist. And the good thing is, like on this one, I made it a little bit tighter, went beyond what this one was. But all I gotta do is give that a little extra turn, and then they'll both be the same. There. Now what do I want to do? You know, guys, this is where I tend to struggle with the goal is always to kind of hide any mess you might have in here, but this is actually not that messy. Let's see. Could do a couple of twists. Another twist. You got to be careful with the stone because tourmalines are pretty fragile, and I would not want to chip it or crack it. I think I'll just bring this around here. That in there. I'll have to wait till I can see. That'd be cool. Just like that. Okay, let me bring this up so I can get that little, I can't see it from back here. So, guys, after I went into all my bead room, started playing around. Sorry, I really couldn't share this on camera because I have my magnifiers on, I got it up on my face, and I'm trying to weave itty bitty 26 gauge wire through these. So I apologize, but it's just not possible. But I found some micro beads of watermelon tourmaline. So there's green, there's pink, there's white, and I wove some 2mm copper beads through it and put it on a copper beaded chain. It is a statement piece, like I said, but I absolutely adore this. It looks so great on. It really, really is beautiful. And I'll be wearing this as a symbol of my continuing, let's see, It is about 3 inches tall, and we measured it about 1.5 inches wide. So it's not humongous, but it's not small, that's for sure. But I made this for myself, as I have just begun, probably about a week into it now, of some additional healing from a past trauma of 50 years ago this year. And I hope that it's the last bit of healing that I have to do to kind of finally close the door on this. But Green Tourmaline is definitely one of the stones for working on forgiveness, and not really forgiveness for myself, because I was kind of in at the wrong place at the wrong time, and it really wasn't so much any fault of my own that I got into this situation, but it's mostly for me to be able to forgive my attackers. And yes, I said plural, attackers. And what came also from starting this work was also working on forgiveness of all abusers in my life, whether they were emotional, physical, spiritual. So I'll be working on forgiving others. And then, of course, we know that doesn't mean that what they did was okay or that they can ever do it again. I always said that I would die this time fighting, as opposed to allowing that kind of violence to happen to me again. But it's for myself, the forgiveness of them. So, Stone of Transformation, Green Tourmaline. An added bonus is it's a Druzy, which Druzys hold special meaning as well. And when I get this all put together, I'm going to do the little series on forgiveness and healing crystals to continue that series. So I hope you guys enjoyed this. I hope it wasn't too lacking, but I apologize, with my restrictions. A little bit different design. So I hope you guys enjoyed it. I absolutely love this. It's not perfect, but it's perfect for me. So with that, appreciate you guys. Thanks so much. Until next time, bye.